9 o'clock.
Jersey Central with Burt Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyles, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Burt Barron, 732-545-9282. Or toll free at 888-545-9282.
8:36, back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Very pleased to be joined in studio by author J I Willett, Amazon #1 international best-selling author of the book Affairs of the Heart, God's Messages to the World. And she is with us here not only to talk about her book and another project that she's working on. This is a real special thing that she is doing to help out our service people. And it's a way to kind of help them kind of cope with what's going on in their lives. And she's got some information on that. Janice, if you could talk about the songs and stories for soldiers. Talk about that. First of all, why did you come up with this program?
I was approached last year to donate an audiobook to all our service people around the world. And I didn't have one, so I learned how to produce one, and I did. And I donated it to all our soldiers on Veterans Day. And it makes me very proud and very honored to be able to give back to those that protect us here. Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us is the website, and it is a nonprofit organization. A big supporter is the Salvation Army. It began in March of 2014, and the specific goal is to provide free MP3 players, headsets, USB connecting cord, and the most recent technology to our wounded active duty military and veterans in the VA hospitals. They're starting with the active duty wounded as their needs are met. It will branch out further. There are approximately 238 VA hospitals. Walter Reed Hospital has just come on board.
Wow.
For every $10 that someone donates, it buys one of these complete sets, and a volunteer visits one of our wounded with a player, instructs them how to use it, and it's preloaded with several different songs and stories, and mine has been on the last 1,100. There's been over 2,500 now handed out.
Hmm.
But what's really interesting, there are 8-hour soundtracks that are specially designed for men and women suffering from post traumatic stress syndrome and traumatic brain injury. And these 8-hour tracks are specially designed to get them through the night so
Wow.
they can sleep.
So somebody donates $10, and there is a service person that gets an MP3 player, they get the headphones, they get the USB, and it's preloaded with content for them.
Correct. And
Wow.
there's room for more. They have connecting cable so they could connect to a computer. They could go through the site. There's thousands and thousands of selections between songs and stories they can download. They can swap out what they want, don't want. It's just a wonderful thing that we can do for our military.
Real nice. So the content that's on there, when a soldier can browse this content, they can download stuff for free. The $10 donation covers all the downloads.
Everything.
Wow.
All of the artists,
That's
the
awesome.
authors, and sound artists all donate their product to this site, especially it's just for our soldiers.
Wow. So 2,500 have been handed out already. I'm sure some organizations here in Jersey are using this program.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Right. Wow. And also, if anyone is an author or you're a musician, you'd like to give some of your work to our soldiers, the best thing to do is reach out to the nonprofit and find out how to do that.
Correct. Whether you want to donate money or donate your work, you could go to Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us, and you can find a tab for anything you're looking for.
That's great. And you
Yes.
gave your audiobook for free to our soldiers.
Yes, I did. It was a wonderful experience all the way around, making it, learning, educating myself. And, my mom was an ensign in the Navy, and my dad was a
Wow.
pilot in the Army Air Force.
A
And
military family. I had no idea.
we
How'd you
didn't
wind up a
either for a
landscaper?
while.
How'd you wind up a landscaper then, right?
I don't know. I guess I want to get close to the earth.
Well, I guess, right. But again, that website, Songs and Stories for Soldiers. Spell out every word. There's no numbers, there's no shortcuts. Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us. And I'm going to put a link on our Facebook fan page coming up. It takes you right to the foundation website, books and music downloaded for free for our service people. It's an amazing thing. They can build custom libraries for their needs and for their likes. And there's specific 8-hour tracks that are specifically designed for our service people. And but again, they can kind of pick and choose. It's kind of an a la carte thing where they can kind of download whatever content they want. And again, just a $10 donation takes this all the way through. And the next thing you know, you could be getting one of these MP3 players in the hands of someone who is in a VA hospital or maybe at an organization or a facility right here in New Jersey right now who could really use something like this to get them through a tough time. So go to that website again, songsandstoriesforsoldiers.us, and find out how to make a donation. And Janice, you're collecting donations still for the nonprofit? You're still doing that?
Yeah, what I do is certain events where I'm allowed to sell 50/50 tickets. I do that. We did that at one of our events
I
we
remember.
had,
That's
yes,
right. That's
and
right.
we collected several $100s just
That's great.
from the one table when people passed by and sent the check right on in and made me feel really good.
Yeah. Have you heard from any service people that maybe have had the chance to read your book or hear the audio book and gotten any feedback from them?
I haven't,
Okay.
because when they download, they're not specifically given any way to contact us
Oh, maybe
personally.
that's why. Okay.
Correct. So I have not.
Okay. Give me an example if you could from the book. What's a real quick example? Like say so maybe someone today, maybe they woke up like I did at quarter after 12 with no power, dreading that it was
Oh
going to
my
be a
goodness.
Monday, and the power came back on just at 3 o'clock, which was a miracle in itself, I think, and it kind of immediately turned around my entire day. So. You got a copy of the book. You want to just share a real quick passage which might
Uh,
pick somebody up on a kind of a dreary Monday?
I, yeah, I'm looking at a couple. I just opened it to a random page.
Okay, sure.
I am in everyone. You should treat everyone like you would treat me. I forgive all who come to me in honesty, bearing their hearts and souls. Especially in today's unrest, we must generate and pass the love, peace, and healing. You be the first. Pass it on. Play it forward.
Just like the waitress who was at that diner in South Jersey, the two firefighters walked in. They were up here in North Brunswick fighting this fire. They get down there. She buys their breakfast.
That's
Cup of
awesome.
coffee buys breakfast. There's more to the story. They find out her story. She's trying to raise money for her dad, who's a quadriplegic. She's trying to get money to buy a van. The firefighters share her story on social media. Thousands of dollars come pouring in for this waitress who's probably making minimum wage and tips.
And
And she took care of them. They took care of her.
do you think that was coincidence or divine intervention?
I don't know. If I read your book, I say I don't know. It could have been divine intervention. They were meant to be at that diner at
That
that
time.
time with that waitress there. That's how it
Absolutely.
was supposed to be.
That's
So
right.
they could have said, well, you know what? Hey, let's stay in North Brunswick another couple hours and help the firefighters, or we can head home and just grab a coffee and some breakfast and 10 hours of 12 hours of sleep if we can. But something happened. The stars aligned, and they were meant to both all be there at the same time.
And
So
that's the way we're all supposed to be. We're all here to help each other. We're all brothers and sisters in a sense, and everybody has a different talent, a different gift, and we're supposed to share it with each other
that's
instead
right.
of fighting with each other.
That's right. That's right. And if when you give, you get back 10 times. You give the
Absolutely.
slightest little thing, you'll get it back 10 times, 100 times sometimes,
And it
depending
feels
upon what it is.
good, right? It
That's the
feels good to
payoff.
give.
That's the real payoff.
It's more
Exactly.
rewarding to give than to receive.
That's it. That's
Absolutely.
it. Questions or comments for our guest are welcome at 732-545-9282 or 1-888-545-9282. We'll come back and wrap things up with our special in-studio guest, Janice Willett, coming up.